As things open up pretty normally here. Ragnarok, I don't know if you guys already saw the GSL. It was about a week ago or something like that already, right? When he played. That was a good couple of days ago. I think people have seen it. Anyway. Played pretty well, didn't he? Taking out Creator. Although, if I'm not mistaken, those games, Creator did play very aggressively. Ragnarok was just ready for it. Managed to advance as first in his group. A very cool performance for him. And a player like Nightmare, well, we'll have to see whether or not he's going to be able to beat someone who recently beat Creator. Or if he has some other, you know, little tricks up his sleeve that might be able to catch Ragnarok off guard. Good base. Alright. Regular things and a Stargate. Pretty regular as well. Especially because it is on the inside of Nightmare's base. Yeah, last week. Looked like he was surprised he took first in the group. Yeah. I'm very curious if Creator, like if he played a different way, maybe it would have worked out better for him, or it's rough to say, right? Because those aggressive builds, they either work or they don't work. And when they don't work, it looks ridiculous. But then when they do work, it's like, oh my god, you're the best gamer in the world ever. Yeah. But then I also feel like it's a good thing that he's starting to lose now. I don't know if you guys saw that interview with him as well, talking about with how when parting went to military, he gave him the book with all the builds of parting. That was really funny. Especially how Tasteless then started describing it. With parting showing up in a hood in the book. at Creator's bedroom window. Ah, those guys. They always crack me up over there. Anyway, Twilight Council will be the follow-up here for Nightmare. A couple of Oracles haven't really been able to do a lot across the map, but at least they've been keeping the Protoss bases safe from those Link Floods that we've been seeing Ragnarok do an awful lot of recently. It did feel a little bit later than what we saw in Games vs. Creator, if I'm not mistaken, but it just seems to be more available here for Nightmare than it was there for Creator. Killing of one Adapt doesn't really manage to get in a good re-wall off with a pylon. Keeps Nightmare's second base well and proper. Zergling free. As Ragnarok boots up a Baneling Nest. Going full into that melee force, which could be quite useful when there's a Stalker play coming up. You know, just having the Baneling Nest is a good thing. The Zergling is really what you want. Although, you know what? No, there is a cancel of the Blink upgrade, and now going for the Charge upgrade instead. So, Baneling Nest, baby, bring it on. And, oh my god, it is crazy time. Another cancel. The Baneling Nest gets cancelled. To get himself a Roach Warren. Things are getting a bit wacky here. Oracle's gonna perhaps see the Roach Warren. Yeah, they do. Not sure if he clicked on it. It's a bit of an awkward position. Not really a place where you anticipate Zerg Tech to be. At least I wouldn't. Bit of like an Evo chamber place there. Right, absolutely bananas town. I don't know if he clicks on it. Depends on how he was microing those oracles. or where the camera was, right? Because like if you're like this, you have your UI over it as well. Still, can be a bit difficult. Is that gonna go down? He really wants it. Does force a cancel off the Protoss 4th base, but it cost him quite a few lings. Really not looking healthy on the trade value right at this moment. Though he is starting to produce those roaches. There's not that many of them yet, but only 2 Archons, I suppose, are walking across. The sentries are a bit of a scary thing, but then you realize that most of the damage here for Nightmare is going to be those Zealots. And then you realize that the force fields are probably not going to do all too much. If those were all Stalkers, that could have been very terrifying. Because then you just section off a bit of those roaches and you can actually shoot at them. The Zealots, they run in and then, oh no, there's a force field, sir. Doesn't quite get the Overseer. Circling Zealot chase randomly and somewhere on the map. There's the Roach's sword now on the top right. Looking to once again stop that 4th base from being reality. We'll be able to do it. It's not that much Zerg here in comparison to the Protoss, it feels like. And RAGNAROK seeming under the same ideas. He's gonna back off as suddenly a flock of Mutalisk has arrived on the battlefield. 16 of them. So this whole movement towards the right side may have just been a way to try and get most of the army of Nightmare to commit on the right flank. And now this mineral field's entirely exposed. Stalkers warped in, not going to be enough on their own. Archons, the one real threat here for those Mutalisk. Do need to start worrying about the Roaches as well at the same time. Disruptors are stuck with the Mutalisk though, as the Roaches are moving forwards. Getting caught quite nicely, so won't be a problem there anymore. However, the probe count definitely going to be a problem here. Going to be 30 plus workers, I imagine, when he's done killing workers. Come on, it's 29 right now. I'm sure there's the probe somewhere. Some there, there's some here. Right, there he is. Yep. Might be 40, 50 plus. Holy smokes. Right, so now this is going to be the linchpin of this game right here. Is Nightmare going to be able to be an absolute destructive force of nature and go through most of the Zerg bases? Unfortunately for him, RAGNAROK already taken this a little bit into account and expanding to a far corner here as quickly as possible and as far away from his other bases. Well, realistic base there, which is a golden base as well. It'll be quite difficult for Nightmare to really destroy everything here, and he spread out his army trying to speed up the process, but that is seemingly not something that's going to win him the game, unfortunately. Killing 8 workers as opposed to almost 50 that he lost himself. It's a bright day for RAGNAROK here. How many Mutalisk is he on? 35. 4 Archons. They are still terrifying. If those Mutalisk ever clump up, will they, however? It's 1 Archon shot. Archon's only having the +1 attack as well. Mutalisk already approaching the +2. I was gonna get these Archons now. Yeah, that was a brave attempt, but not one worthwhile. As GG is called, RAGNAROK wins game number 1. What do we got over here? A little adapt. Went in. He's doing it. 1 down, 3 to go. Come on. Get away from that queen. Run. Run. Oh, he's dead. 00, not so 7. Oh, yes. It's 00, maybe 8. We'll see. Probably the Oracle. Going to be the next thing sent across the map. Doesn't want to leave his base too much with RAGNAROK being the other player on the field, of course. The man that just makes a bunch of lynx or roaches somewhere where, you know, they just want to run into your natural base. Look at how prepared Nightmare is for this as well. It's like you can just shade backwards now, put a pylon, bam, done. Easy. This is not going to do anything now. Wait, did he kill the Adept still? Oh my god. It's another Adept. There we go, back to 2. Oracle being busy. Let's see what it is doing right now. It's being shooed away. Oracle number 2 on the case. Did save us from the Ling Flood. Yeah, that seems to be about it. So, yeah, I'm not sure if that helps out RAGNAROK. Definitely came at the time we saw it happen at Creator as well, but Nightmare just fully prepared for it. Even with losing that one Adept, right? Very good response. Be a bit more difficult for the Oracles to get as many kills right now. Still gonna go for a couple. Get a Creep Tumor as well as 2 drones. And that was an active Creep Tumor. The best of its kind is in terms of what you kill. Oh, get him, get him. There we are, another drone down. Delay of the 4th base. Little teeny tiny hurts and cuts and bruises going to be appearing on RAGNAROK here. As again having that drone delayed. Actually killed. Has to send another one. The Oracle's now out of energy, but hey, there's a 3rd one. Come on, get it again. Yes, he does. That's 3 of them. Wow. At some point, he's going to send his queens with the drone, right? Nope, nope, just a 4th drone. It's going to work as well. Guess it's because Nightmare is a bit preoccupied with the Banelings coming into his 3rd base. Doesn't look like they'll be able to do anything either. Yeah. Great force fields, great reaction. Killing off most of the Banelings now, if not all of them. Is he gonna get all of them? Yes, he is. Okay. Is that it? Is that GG? Is that? Well done, RAGNAROK. It's time to get out of here now. Coming in with these attacks and... just hard to see this still work. I guess the sentries are out of energy now. Cannons are about to be appearing though, together with a couple of shield batteries. I guess the 4th base is an okay target, but... well, alright. Let's see if this works. If it doesn't, probably we'll see a GG appear pretty soon. Circling's not quite sure what they want to go after, whether it's the Nexus or the Stalkers. Decide upon the Stalkers here. As that is... yeah, that is... that's it, right? That's it. No. No, sir. We're continuing. Alright. Not done yet. RAGNAROK now on 61 workers. Does have himself a 4th base as well. So, I mean, there's opportunities for Nightmare to still lose this game. Will he fall for those nifty tricks though? Let's wait and see. Infestation pit. Probably just gonna go up straight into the lurk attack, right? That's what I'm imagining here. Continuing just on and on with these circling run-ins, and they are just not accomplishing anything. He's lost more than 3 times the amount of minerals than his opponents. If he still wins this, I'm gonna be not sure what to be, actually. Impressed or confused? A bit of both. Lurkers are really good units though. If he's allowed to get a good amount of lurkers here, I feel like the game is completely open again. Especially without a clear response unit for that situation available for Nightmare. That might be one of the downsides here that I'm seeing from him. I would have loved to have some sort of disruptor or working up his way, the tech tree here a bit more so. He's just going to go in for the kill before lurkers are here, which is a very valid way to try and make this work. However, there is no war prism, so reinforcing this location is rather difficult. And reinforcements he definitely did require. So RAGNAROK manages to stay alive and pretty much secure himself the time he needs to get his first lurkers out. It's 8 lurkers now on the way. Storm being constructed for Nightmare. Is that going to be the correct response to lurkers? Is he just not really anticipating lurkers yet? He definitely did see the Hydralisk, but I don't think he's seen the lurkers just quite. What else do we have? We don't have a robo at all. How else could you do this? Maybe, well, go into that flying air army as well, I suppose. Definitely has the oracles to keep revealing the lurkers with. There's also sometimes the gateway play that you can go down into as the Protoss. Just be very, very quick with your taking of expansions and almost play like a Zerg. How many Stargates? There is one. One Stargate. It's 12 gateway, man. It's pure gateway for the time being. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting right now, that he wants to do that gateway type of approach, where you just overwhelm your opponents with a much greater economy. But the economy for Nightmare hasn't really been growing that significantly. He's had the 4 base very nice and early, but the 5th or 6th base just weren't on his radar for quite a while. 2 robots on the way? Oh yeah, look at that. Lovely. Definitely gonna need those. They just want to stick back here for the time being, but don't tell me you're gonna go into this. Parasitic bomb. Finds himself an oracle. This is a terrifying game. Oh, what set off that stasis trap? What in the heck? Well, you do not want to push into this, but if you manage to rotate around it, that could be good. It's a lot of banelings though. Circlings into the 5th base. Definitely not something you want to lose here as Nightmare. Now that he's going up to the 2 extra Stargates as well, he's gonna need more than the economy he gets from his 4 base. He made all the tech for disruptors, but never really went into them. No Colossi or anything of the sorts, just straight up into the Stargates now. Maybe a little bit uncertain about what he would like to do as an approach as well. I feel bad about having to pull away from those banelings into the mineral field, but this seems like a more important battle right here. 23 probes did go down. Apparently there's still banelings rolling around. Only 8 drones go down here for RAGNAROK, and yeah, you know what? It was a good call for RAGNAROK to stay in this game. I thought he was in an incredible, difficult situation, but, well, he pulled through. He got himself into lurkers, and, I mean, there's still no clear response yet to these lurkers out of Nightmare. They've been around for quite a while. We've had structures being built. I guess this is a way you can deal with lurkers. I haven't seen that all that often, but that's definitely an interesting way. Nightmare looks like he doesn't quite know what to do. Yeah, I don't like saying that, but it feels like he just wasn't quite certain about how he wanted to approach this. Yeah, like going for the 2 robos and then even the robotics bay afterwards, right? And then just building 2 observers with them, and that's it. And then, yeah, well. Oh well. It's well played by RAGNAROK, man. It's very well played. Gotta be quite a phenomenal player, of course, to outplay an opponent like that. As it looks like we will be getting a, well, a 2-0. Three carriers. Probably not gonna make that much of a difference in this stage of the game anymore. We'll need like 9 of them, perhaps. How many Vipers are we on? Only one. Only one Viper. Storm. Not that fantastic. Again, the 5th base does get cancelled. Disruptors are being added into the mix now. Let's follow these zealots, actually. Already spore crawler forest trees are being constructed, planted into the ground. Team spore crawlers for RAGNAROK. I just put a lurker there. It's like, yeah, if you ever want to make another base here, you know, just do with this first. Circling's getting spotted. A hefty amount of zealots there. Should be enough against those Zerglings, but what about the rest of the army? Oh, that is rough. Oh no, 3 Archons for free. I mean, yeah, RAGNAROK now just taking control of this map. 11 Corruptors. It's a good choice. It's definitely a good choice. He can afford to have that big ball of a Corruptors, and I mean, yeah. Still be absolutely fine. Just feels rough right now. To be fair, I did say the same thing about RAGNAROK's position not that long ago, so, well, who knows? Who knows? RAGNAROK, a phenomenal player, but a player that can make mistakes as well. We've seen it happen. It seemingly is becoming more and more of a rare thing to see, but a game can always be thrown if the thrower throws the game hard enough. Just absolutely fortified this position right now. Do we still have Vipers? Full Vipers overall. Are they within here? I don't see them. Where are they? Alright, I'm going... Oh, there they are. So I'm gonna go look around where all of these Vipers are, and then they're having a tea party. attacking in here with the Corruptors before any of the other units are there. Kinda gives me like the idea of how just secure Ragnarok is feeling right now. It's like, yeah, no, it's fine. We can do this suboptimally. We can take some HP damage here to kill off one of those carriers. Which is actually pretty optimally. I don't know if he lost any Corruptors there. Probably not. Zealot's getting a bit more headway here than I thought they would. Starting to really impact the economy now for Ragnarok. He has a pretty okay bank mineral-wise, but gas-wise definitely going to be a problem if he loses too much. As he might lose a bit more of that gas income here. Full base right in the center of the Zerg. No creep spread coming from this location, making it difficult for Ragnarok to be there in time. And a well-spotted entryway here for Nightmare. Or is he gonna get himself stuck now? As he has committed further onto creep. Needs to find a way to try and recall himself out of this location. Oh dear, that is some units. And some of them remain. And right out of the frying pan into the burning oil of whatever, somewhere. 2 lurkers. Ready to make life difficult. Okay, Disruptors deals with him. It's good to see. My goodness, where does this leave us? 26 drones down. I see, yeah, this is still telling me a pretty clear cut advantage for Ragnarok. In all of these brackets. Yeah, pretty much all of these brackets. Any graph I open, it's looking Ragnarok. Dark Templars. No, there's Spore Crawlers there as well as Lurkers. We have to blink away. Oh, no, they all die, unfortunately. As Nightmare, preoccupied, trying to find a way to deal with these Brood Lords. Having quite a rough time with it. Vipers joinking most of the Tempest, and sure, the Vipers are dead now, but the Corruptors can just move forwards. As the Brood Lords have killed off most of the ground army here. Might be the final moment. And my apologies, Ragnarok, for doubting your way of playing earlier in this game. Zealot run by. I mean, every trick in the book here trying to be utilized by Nightmare, but they're not really landing. They're not really hitting how they need to. Even this right now would need to do so much more damage than realistically I find possible. This is mine now. Get out. What are you doing? Can't you see? That hatchery was expensive. Yeah, no, this is well, that's, I mean, hey, probably want to take that. Broodlords are incredibly slow. Is there a way a base race works here? Is there a way a base race works here? Let's see the safe bits of Ragnarok. He really needs to try and get all these hatcheries, their production lined up in the center here and just try to... Oh dear, the Protoss is already here. Okay, 3 spine crawlers. And yep, that looks fine now. What's left? The A-team of Protoss. The Apex Predators still living. They're gonna get themselves another hatchery, which must feel good. Makes it feel like the game is still a little bit closer than it might actually be. Gets himself 2 Hydras with the Disruptors. And that might be all she wrote. No, never mind. We have another A-team. And thus ends the tale of all these Protoss units. Alright. Okay. What else can I say? What do you want me to say here? There we go. GG. I'm sorry, Nightmare. I'm sorry that you had that game. I felt like in the palm of your hands you were playing incredibly well against the early aggression and all of that stuff, but then somewhere along the ways you just kind of lost track of where you wanted to take the game, and well, RAGNAROK pounced on that opportunity like a lean, clean fighting machine.